Hello, everybody. I'm Rick Ritter.
And I'm Vic Carter. Severe weather strikes in parts of Maryland tonight, moving through quickly, but leaving behind some damage.
And it comes as a dangerous heat wave grips the entire state.
In Baltimore County, this massive tree fell across Mays Chapel Road at Green Spring Drive in Timonium.
And in the city, this utility pole snapped right in half along Cold Spring Lane in northeast Baltimore. Now, at the height of the storm, nearly 30,000 people were without power across the state. And at last check, about 19,000 remain in the dark.
WJZ is live with team coverage. Kelsey Kushner is in Owings Mills, where there's significant damage to an apartment complex. Kelsey.
That's right, Vic. Well, you can see just how strong those winds really were, because the entire side of the apartment complex here, the brick completely ripped off the building. Now with the pile at the bottom of the apartment complex. Now across the city and the county today, we saw trees uprooted, power lines ripped down with them. This all comes after a day of excessive heat and severe thunderstorms. Heavy rain and strong winds pummeled the region Wednesday night, knocking out power to thousands. Branches snapped and trees uprooted in Lutherville, pulling power lines down with them. Siding ripped off of an apartment complex in Owings Mills. A massive tree fell on top of this car near Patterson Park in the city, and shopping carts blown across the parking lot outside the Redner's Warehouse Market in Dundalk. The severe thunderstorms that swept through the state happened as Maryland deals with a dangerous heat wave, the heat index surging to triple digits.
It feels like I'm currently in a sauna. Without wanting to be.
From the city to the county, malls, senior centers, and cooling centers open for people like Tina Jarrett to escape the heat.
You can't just walk 10 miles or even 2 mile without sweating. Your shirt is wet, everything is just wet, and go in and sit down and get some water and relax for a second.
So far in Maryland, there have been 4 heat-related deaths.
Sometimes I stop and I have to take some water out of my bag and splash it on my face because I feel like I'm going to pass out if I don't.
Doctors say it's essential to stay hydrated, wear loose clothing, and know the warning signs of a heat stroke.
Change the confusion, change the mental status, aren't drinking anymore. That's related to heat exhaustion and heat stroke.
Now, Baltimore is still under a code red heat alert from now through Sunday. If you need to escape the heat, we did post a list of those cooling centers on our website at WJZ.com. Reporting live in Owings Mills, Kelsey Kushner for WJZ.
All right, Kelsey, thank you. Let's now go to Bob Turk with more on the fast-moving storms and the heat wave. Bob.
Take a look at live radar. Things have quieted down here. Still got some activity across the southeastern portion of the Lower Eastern Shore. Somerset, Worcester, Wycomico County. Still thunderstorm activity going on right now. Baltimore region, it's quiet. A few more showers north and west. Still a chance we might see a little activity during the overnight. And again, tomorrow we can see some more shower activity. Let's go back this afternoon when the worst of the squall line moved through. There you see it. Very clearly defined area, very strong thunderstorms. We had wind gusts estimated over 60 miles an hour. Some areas picked up an inch of rain in about 15 to 20 minutes, but just caused some minor flooding. Most of it, however, moved off pretty quickly, so we didn't see a whole lot of that flooding activity. Meanwhile, the heat will continue, looking at highs tomorrow, generally around the low 90s, so not nearly as hot as today. We got up to 98 today. So tomorrow, upper 80s to the low 90s will be a bit of a relief. However, it comes right back on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Heat advisories, in fact, temperatures upper 90s, even the low 100s by the time we reach Saturday. But take a look at that complete forecast in just a few minutes. Rick?